Sideline Bay Area Sports has said live. This is my second video since the first one didn't upload properly. So some of you that have seen this already, well, you're going to see it for a second time. Yesterday, not exactly the result that we wanted to get in the 49er game. They actually kept it a lot closer, considering how bad the Niners defense was. I would say the Niners defense held the Seahawks very well, holding them off to only 13 points in the entire game. But it was the offense that came up short. The Niners offense couldn't get going at all. Christian McCaffrey had little to zero success yesterday. Kittle had a few catches, but by and large, not a lot of success. And there was a pass to Christian McCaffrey when it looked like the momentum in the Niner game was going to turn, and he actually tipped it, and then it went into the hands of a Seahawk, and that was the end of that drive. They were knocking on the door of a touchdown at that point as well. Not a lot from Jennings, and Williams was hurt and didn't come in. So we didn't get Williams last night on the offensive line like we were hoping, and Jennings got hurt during the game towards the end. I think he fractured, no, I don't think he fractured anything, but somebody landed on his ribs, and he did fracture his ribs earlier. So I'm wondering if he aggravated that. Hopefully, he didn't crack a rib or anything like that. But Jennings basically was the only wide receiver we had with any luck in catching a football. Pearsall was out yesterday. We were hoping Pearsall would be back. We were hoping Williams would be back. Neither one of them were. As a result of Williams not being back, the Niners couldn't get the run game going like we were hoping. And as a result of Pearsall not being there, we couldn't stretch the field, and the passing game just kind of died there. The offensive line really took a crap yesterday, by the way. They didn't protect Purdy very well at all. I'd say he had 2 seconds basically to throw the football every time he snapped it for the most part. I would have liked to see him run the ball a little bit more since those were basically his only options. It probably would have opened up the run in the pass game a little bit, but that didn't really happen. But it doesn't matter because the offensive line is the story today, as far as I'm concerned, with the 49ers. They just don't have a good enough offensive line to protect Brock Purdy, and they really need that if they want to be successful, not only in the playoffs, but next year. So that's something they're going to have to address in the offseason. That's something I've been saying for the last 2 years here on this podcast, that offensive line is probably the most important thing that you need to address in the offseason. Of course, a lot of the defensive guys were hurt this year. Bosa's out, right? So we got problems on the defensive side that are going to fix itself in the offseason for the most part. Probably need another pass rusher. I would love to go out and see him get Max Crosby. That would be really cool if he was even up for trade, which I'm not even sure he is. But that's a conversation for another day. The Niners, as far as offensive goes, really, they only scored 3 points all game. And that's like probably the worst offensive effort that I've seen from the 49ers all year long. Just 3 points. And so I just look at this and I go, what a really horrible time to put up a stinker like that. That just really was not good offensive football. And the game was there in the grasp pretty much the whole time until about the end of the third quarter, when you could see that the game was basically over because the defense had been on the field for way too long. That offense didn't let the defense rest much, and because they didn't rest much, they basically ran out of gas by the third quarter, and then Seattle was kind of just moving the ball whenever they want. Still, the Niners held the Seahawks to 13 points, guys. I mean, take a look at that. Listen to what that means. 13 points. If you have the likes of Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Pearsall when he's healthy, Jennings, and Brock Purdy, and a decent offensive line, that's a scary offensive unit to have out there for anybody. And I just hope that when the playoffs come, as far as the availability of Pearsall, that basically he will be there and he will stretch the field and he will put a little fear into the defense that maybe Purdy might throw down the field to Pearsall. Let's see if that happens. But the bottom line is, unfortunately, we don't get the number one seed. We don't get the home field advantage throughout the playoffs and into the Super Bowl, which would have been so huge. But we're just going to go and do it the hard way like the Niners have this whole year. So what we're just finding out now is it's off to Philly. So it looks like the Niners will be playing the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card spot, and that'll be coming up. That'll be coming up next week. So let's go. It's gonna be a fun game to watch. I think the Niners can win that game. It's definitely a winnable game. It's not out of reach at all, I don't believe. And I think that's just going to be a blast to watch one way or the other. So it'll be a lot of fun, guys. Hopefully, Williams will be back. We need him back for that game because that's win or go home, obviously. So Williams, hopefully, going to be ready to roll, get that offensive line short up, and maybe we'll be able to get the ball running with Christian McCaffrey when Williams is back. Let's hope Pearsall is back and that he can help with the offensive woes a little bit. That was just a really bad game. Pearsall or no Pearsall, it was just a really, really bad offensive effort. I guess that lies on Shanahan's shoulders. I would put it on Shanahan's shoulders. Just bad game planning. It was right there, guys. For the first half of the game, the Niners had the opportunity and were within striking distance. If they don't throw an interception, which actually bounced off Christian McCaffrey's hands and into the wide receiver, into the defense of the Seahawks, they were basically knocking on the door of a touchdown. I think that was around the 10-yard line that happened. So they were close to scoring a touchdown. Didn't happen. And momentum shifts just that quick, guys. The momentum was on the Niners side at that point. I could see that it was shifting towards the Niners side. And with one play, the wind was taken out of the 49ers, and that was that. They had the opportunity, guys. Until the third quarter, they had the opportunity. But you could clearly see the defense was gassed by the middle of the third quarter, and that the Niners scoring a touchdown or scoring an extra field goal for anything was going to be out of the question, most likely. But bottom line, it's okay. They're going to go into Philly, and they're going to have a tough game. But Philadelphia Eagles are not the team they were even a couple years ago. So I do fully expect this to be a winnable game. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I think it is a winnable game. Brock Purdy knows how to play there in Philly. He's done it a few times before. He's been pretty successful one of the times, probably both times if he doesn't get injured. So let's see what happens. And hey, just hit the like and the subscribe, guys. I'm here. I'm going to be making videos all week long up into the Niners game, and then we're going to be talking Niners after they play and win or lose. If they lose, we'll talk about what they need to do in the offseason. If they win, we'll see where they go from there. But anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent don't work. I'll keep working for you. You keep watching. And, hey, look out for that Warriors podcast coming up in a couple of days. It'll be Wednesday. Be a Warriors Wednesday. I was going to do a Niner podcast tomorrow, but now that we know who they're playing, it doesn't really make sense to do another Niner podcast tomorrow. We'll wait until the end of the week to see if we have any more information on whether we get any players back and healthy to play in the playoff game or not. And mainly that is Williams and Pearsall, but you never know. Maybe we'll get a surprise and some other players will be healthier as well. So anyway, till next time, guys. See ya Wednesday, Warrior Wednesday. See you then. Keep your head up, Niner Nation. We're still alive. We're in the playoffs. And considering all the injuries this year, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. They could have lost many games, but this is a gritty team. They're all playing for each other. And when you got a team like that, who knows what can happen? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm excited to watch them play. You should be too. Bang, bang, Niner game. See you next time.